Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as Norway. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So we have a research slot available. It's still 1937. Is there anything else we really want to get right now? We could have motorized the vehicles, because we probably want those sooner rather than later. Even tanks might not be the worst idea. Or grab battle plan. I mean, you're already cheaper because of our allies. But it would be nice to get the armies. Fine. Yeah, you know, we'll do that one. We'll do what our allies are doing just so we can actually kind of leapfrog off of their progress on those. I don't feel bad about that. But we do know now Finland has joined the Reichspakt, which is bad for us, of course. Sweden still hasn't done anything quite yet. And the abolishment of the monarchy. Full control over the politics of Norway, the Liberal Party steams ahead. They will declare the People's Republic, and Håkon will be removed from his throne. Though the Danish prince proved himself friendly to, or at least not biased against socialism, the monarchy is an archaic method of the forces of reaction to control the people and must therefore be abolished. So Martin Thamel will be leader of the Radical Socialist Party. Well, I don't really know who that is. I do know we get a new flag, which I don't like. I don't like this flag. It's just a bunch of mountains with a little symbol in the corner. Not an ideal. If this was just like red, if instead of the mountains, if it was just like a white stripe, I feel like that'd be better for sure. Like I think this flag kind of looks like ass, but you know that's not up to me. That's not up to me to decide. That's not up to for me to decide. Okay, so the Tsardom has been restored. So I guess Sannikov is not going to be taking control of the country, which I thought he was going to. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who's in charge of Russia. As long as they fight the Germans with me, I'm okay with that. We'll declare some martial law. Nicaragua has declared war on Honduras. Everybody's preparing to go to war with Bulgaria. We'll see how that goes. Because you are not at war quite yet. You'll be at war with a couple of months. Saudi Arabia has won. You're doing Greater Serbia. When do you... Like, you could ultimatum right now. It'd be 28 days. Get some claims, but I don't think the claims really matter too much. Also, all of Serbia's events here basically suck. They're horrible. The fact that they just instantly declare war on the opposing country instead of getting like annex war goals, I think it's pretty bad. Expedition 1 though has completed, which is nice. Fuel storage, I don't think that important. We have a little bit of domestic oil, but not too much. Yeah, we're going to need the trucks anyway at some point, so you might as well get those done now. I guess we might as well put all of you guys into the port of Oslo if that's where we're going to keep on building our new ships. How long does it take to build these? January 3rd, 1938. So that is still like half a year per submarine, which is not ideal. We would definitely like faster ships than that. We do have the three-way civil war happening in Spain. Of course, we want CNT to actually win that. The CSA isn't doing so hot. Like, you're actually doing, I think, pretty bad in comparison to where you normally are. MacArthur, of course, has absolutely no chance of succeeding. Do not trade with you. Let's trade internally within the Internationale. So, I mean, I was thinking, like, if Sweden never actually joins the Reichspakt, it does kind of throw the situation into a bit of a loop. But I think, what's this? You're a member of Middle Europa, who has a big list here. I don't know if this list means anything whatsoever, but they might just join regardless. I'm not too sure. Like I don't know what Sweden's like more democratic route is. Okay, Madrid has how's Madrid already fallen? That's very impressive. But I'm thinking, sending troops to the CNT. Can I even send a volunteer? I can. I can send one unit in. But my units are basically garbage. Like, I can send in, like, one of the shitty cavalry divisions. And you know what? That might not even be the worst idea. We'll send, like, one of our cavalry divisions who, again, isn't very good. Who has, like, the best... So, you're all basically at 2. I guess we'll put you in charge then. And I will ship you to Spain. You can have this one guy. He's not very good, but I guess he's fast. That's one benefit. Also, Hungary got completely split apart. I don't even know when that happened, but okay. I guess it's true the one event Austria has, but even though I've never really seen... Oh, 2% research speed. I'll take it. Even though... I'm surprised Hungary did it. They did the renegotiations, and Hungary just accepted all the demands. I don't know why they would do that. But they're going to embrace some pluralism, which could see Austria unite into a single, like, Danubian Federation, which I've never seen actually form. I've only ever seen Austria form, I think, under the United States of Great Austria, at best. I've never seen them form. Okay, I mean, you can do that. I've never seen them form under any other government type. And our troop has arrived in Catalonia. Will you be able to provide too much support here? The answer is, like, probably not at all. But we'll try our best. Because you have probably about 100,000 manpower. CNT has basically 0, which is less than ideal for sure. How are you guys in South America doing? Like, I think you've gained a little bit of territory. And the CSA, I think, is still kind of looking bad. Especially if Canada intervenes. I think there's not too much you guys can actually get done. Which is unfortunate for sure. I mean, they did take back Madrid. I'm trying to actually wonder who even would be the best option. Like, between the Carlists and the Kingdom of Spain. Of course, we want them to be fighting each other for as long as possible. Saudi Arabia joined the Cairo Pact. You know, what if you actually go down here? Retreat one province out. Then move your way down towards the south. And try to maybe, like, counterattack this guy whenever you have the possibilities to do so. But, I mean, they are stronger than you are. Which is a bit of a shame. If I attack into you, would you support me? You will. Okay. I mean, I appreciate that. My guy basically sucks. And you know what? Attacking into there is a massive mistake. Do not do that under any circumstances, because it's really bad for you. So Sweden, kind of doing all right. You have put more troops on the border, which is less than ideal. Peace contract is over. Nicaragua and Honduras have ended hostilities. That's okay. I think it's like pushing anywhere is going to be difficult. Martial law has been declared. You know what? Let's send some weapons to the CSA for now. We can go for the People's Constitution, which does give us some more events. You remove sluggish economy. Okay, that would be actually really nice for us to push our way towards. So you know what? Yeah, let's do the People's Constitution. We'll remove sluggish economy, which actually gives us a big boost in basically every single factor in our industry. Because right now, yeah, it'd be really, really, really good to remove that penalty. I'm trying to say, like, what? I mean, my cavalry division sucks. Like, he's horrible. So what he's actually able to do, unfortunately, is quite limited. See, some Russian troops are here. Like, I know last time we supported the CNT, I don't even remember what campaign it was. I accidentally, like, split them in half, which lets him get immediately destroyed. Which campaign was that? Was that Chile? It might have been the Chilean campaign. But either way, Indochina has won their war. You guys are probably going to war soon enough. Poland's actually making some gains here. The entire... I mean, actually, Bohemia and Slovakia have not joined the war at all. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, Poland weakening the Austrians would be nice. But after that, would they just join up with the Reichspakt? Poland forever. Resistance growth goes faster. So I'm actually not too sure. I know they can annex this region here. But what does that, how's that play out in the future? Because it weakens the Austrians, which is nice, because I know Austria will probably at some point intervene in the war. Which, of course, we want to try to avoid. CNTs, the problem with CNTs, they just don't have a lot of manpower. Like they have a lot of support from international people. Like they got probably 6 countries supporting them, 5, which is pretty good. I'm sure once Argentina's defeated, Chile and Patagonia will probably send over some divisions as well. You are basically kind of stuck doing whatever. Mexico is not sending any troops over to CNT, but I think that's okay. Bulgaria's now in their massive war. The Ottomans might try to get involved. We'll see how that plays out. But we want Austria to fight them. We want Poland to fight the Austrians. And then after that, if Serbia, Greece, and Romania could just invade the Austrian faction, that would be great. Because as far as I know, there's no way for Serbia to go to war with us. I believe. I'm like 99% sure that's the case. You have a research slot. What do we want to get? What do we want? You know what? Just better infantry equipment I think seems okay. I mean, we haven't really pushed in very much. Mexico has joined the International, which I think is pretty okay. We got 1 Ukrainian troop here. Who are you getting support from? Russia, Germany, and Ukrainians. You're getting support from the Entente. Not a huge surprise. Hopefully, Portugal will get invaded by Middle Africa soon. We have not... Unfortunately, Middle Africa did not keep going. Which is unfortunate for us, because they kept going. That would have maybe led to their collapse, which would have been fantastic for us. But we do have 200 political power. We have 29% war support, which I think is pretty good. So we're going to go for partial mobilization. And then save up our points for probably like another army dude. We do have another defense. And honestly, I still think that's probably what we're looking for. So you guys are... Finland supporting the king. Sweden... Not doing too much. But I just don't see a real opening for us. Unfortunately. Like, where would I even be able to attack? The thing with Spain is that a lot of Spain... Unfortunately, is just kind of mountainous. And you know, maybe because the kingdom is actually so much more, not populated, but they have so much more manpower, it probably makes more sense to maybe kill the Carlists first, and then push your way into Madrid. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a long time, but I'm kind of okay with that. We did get our truck. Let's go for the support weapons here. Like, I know manpower is still bad. We can't go up to extensive, I think, until 50% war support. And we're only at 30, and I don't really see that getting too much higher. I mean, we can do war propaganda by default once the world is 50%, which we're close to, for sure. I mean, pushing through here doesn't really open up that much space for us. Like, we can go to here. The opening of the Constitutional Convention. Today marks the opening of the Constitutional Convention of our young republic. Hundreds of delegates, representatives, trade unions from all parts of society have gathered to debate the organization of a new state. As the Assembly of 1814 created an independent Norwegian kingdom, this convention will found a modern republic. The achievements will surely impact all parts of society. So similar to getting events every once in a while for that, but of course we're going to go for the economic reorganization. Removed the sluggish economy. That's extremely good for us. Day 1, the autonomy of local trade unions. The first question is, okay, I mean, you don't have to read that part. So we get political power, 1% stability. Or we just get political power gain. Definitely want to go for like the 1% stability. It's less exciting for sure. Yeah, give me the defense general here. I like how the flavor text is just the title. So the independence of the judiciary. I mean, you both do the exact same thing, so we'll just go for an independent one. Switzerland has joined the International. A glorious day. Day for celebration. Apparently, that's it. There's only 2 things on the discussion board, and it was that. But you being in the International is so good. Because Germany will hopefully throw like a lot of men into Switzerland to try to get them killed off. By the way, what are you? You're just saying that we had a constitution, and that's about it. You're not really providing more than that. Okay, so you are now defeated. If I can get a little bit more support. The problem is, again, my unit is horrible. But I'm hoping the Carlist... I mean, they have more manpower than I would like, but they still have less than the Kingdom, I believe. Yeah, you're like 175,000, which is way more than I would like to deal with. Sweden still hasn't joined the Reichspakt. Can I join the Entente? I don't think so, right? Like, I've never seen them join the Entente. Okay, we're about to push our way through, which is actually really, really good. Hopefully, CNT doesn't screw this up for us. Yeah, the king is already pushing our way troops through as well. Where are you going? You're going to be here in 2 days. I'm going to be gone in 2 days, 19 hours. So I'll leave the day you actually arrive. You're moving your troops around, which actually is good for us. Hopefully this guy will move in a little bit closer. Because these two territories are completely open. I don't know if you know that or not. You can just walk right here. But we have pushed our way through here. I mean, Burgos should hopefully fall. I just want one of these guys. I just want CNT to live. If CNT lives, it's such a big boost for us. Mostly just because the French won't have another enemy on their border to have to deal with. Don't like that you're attacking us, but I don't think it's really going to be too much of a threat. I might lose the territory, but... I mean, I guess I could just last stand you. The thing is, like, I don't want to be taking too many casualties here. Like, I've already lost 1,000 men. Which is bad. I don't think I need to tell you that one. It's not fantastic. But you know what? I am going to last stand you just for now. Again, casualties are going to go high, but I want to hold this province. There we go. We removed sluggish economy, which is so good for us. Is there anything else we really want here? You know what? I think just 3 divisions for free. You're not that great. You're like these. I mean, 5% research speed is nice. Production efficiency retention. I guess that's not that. Like you two are good. The last 4 is kind of meh. The stability would be nice. Diplomatic relations would also be nice, especially to try to disrupt. Let's get those 3 divisions, and 20,000 manpower is also nice. But we are going to get our divisions. And yeah, to support Swedish Union, so hopefully once we're actually at war. Like, what are you? I mean, what else do you need? You need conduct war games. We can only conduct war games as we also fund Danish syndicalism as well. So we'll try to just, like, kind of destabilize everyone around us. If funding Danish syndicalists means that they're less likely to join the war against us, I would also appreciate that. I think that's going to be good for us. Okay, thank God our reinforcements have arrived. Actually, I don't know. Do volunteers even heal up? I don't remember. But if I can make my way to Bilbao over here, get this whole area actually encircled, that would be quite nice for us. Carlos actually pushed away to Madrid, which is also quite nice. The problem, of course, is that we don't want them to consolidate all this territory down. We want to be the one to take first blood, essentially. I don't know if any of you guys have any intention of even moving around here, though. Well, last stand you again, because I think it's still very important for you to be kept alive. But, like, you know, you could easily attack these areas. Like, these 3 divisions could do a lot of work for us if you just would allow them to do the work. I think I just lost my cavalry division because I have yeah, I mean, you almost were complete. How many men do you guys have left? You're at 0% strength. Definitely not ideal. How many men did I lose in that battle? Like 2,000, which is really bad and probably not at all worth it. But okay. You know, you win some, you lose some, and I lost a lot. Foreign policy, okay. As part of the new constitution, the Norwegian Trade Union Confederation has been made the primary democratic institution of the new Norwegian people state. Today they have assembled for the first time to decide on foreign policy of the new nation for the coming years. 3 factions within the confederation have solidified. The moderates, the closest to the constitution of the Labour Party, led by Einar Gershon. The Orthodox syndicalists of the NSF, led by Alice Vollen. And finally, the Maximists, basing themselves on the party of the same name in Britain, led by Albin Eins. Today, we will vote for foreign policy, and all 3 factions have their own ideas on the matter. The moderates consider defense of the Republic being most important and call for a defensive attitude, while syndicalists consider secure duty to help the international liberate the rest of the world. Lastly, the totalists want our foreign policy to focus on Sweden, as according to them, our Swedish neighbor could doom Norway if handled inadequately. What do you give us? A 10% attack boost against Sweden is really nice. You are defense on core territory. And you're 50% war support. Honestly, the core territory, the fact is, like, as soon as we even march 1 territory out, like here, we no longer get the boost. Most of the stuff on core territory I think is kind of garbage. The 10% attack on Sweden is really nice. But if theoretically, if Sweden doesn't join the war, then it's meaningless. So you know what? I'm going to go for the war support for the 15%. Just to maybe get our way closer to 1, war economy, and 2, extent of conscription. Like, those have to, I think, be the best options for us. Do not abandon this territory. You fools. But I would like for you to go up to here. So you can make your way here. Make your way to this area. Again, this will be encircled, but of course the French don't really want to do that. Research slot. Yeah, you. 280 days, that's fine. The military matters. With the question of foreign policy resolved, discussion have moved on to the military matters. The moderates considered the old manner of military organization not fit for the revolutionary status quo, and want to make an officer post elected among the soldiers they lead. The syndicalists fear that this will lead to popular but untalented officers to rise to the top at the cost of military efficiency, but agree that some sort of democratic control is needed, and therefore argue in favor of reorganizing our military into a trade union where the soldiers elect representatives into a board that instead assigns officers throughout the military. The Maximists reject both attempts to democratize the military, which according to them will only result in inefficiency where it is least needed, and defend the status quo, preferring a traditional army. So basically, none of you do anything. So I guess we'll go for the moderates, 25% political power. I don't know if that's going to affect anything in the future, but the fact that all it did is give it a little bit of political power. Let's go here. Let's get the encirclement. At least on you. Yeah, so please kill this guy off. That's at least 1 division dealt with. And after that, we gotta probably want to push here. Yeah, so let's retreat to this province. He's killed. And the economy. Now that the Confederation has arrived to the matter of the economy, disturbingly, the 3 factions once again can't find common ground. The moderates want to nationalize the economy and have them be controlled by the way of the government, letting the people influence them throughout the elections and central government. The syndicalists reject the idea and argue that the economy should be decentralized instead, letting the workers at one means of production decide over their own production through the trade union, instead without influences from the government. The Maximists take the middle ground, attempting the syndicalists' plan to syndicalize the economy, and it's entirely reject the notion that these unions should not be bound by the government. So, what do you actually do? Consumer goods, 5%, less growth. But the factory output and that's construction speed. Production efficiency cap plus 15%, pretty good. As well as military construction speed. Or more construction. You're actually just worse than I think any of them. So we're probably going to go for a nationalized economy because the efficiency cap I think is pretty good. I would have liked, yeah, your construction speed, which I think is kind of bad. Go for the nationalized economy. Because I really would like the efficiency cap. But now that you've encircled, I think that's going to be a good start for us. Hopefully CNT, I mean, King of Spain did push back Carlos back a little bit. But I think the Carlists are not going to win. It's mostly going to be a fight between us and King of Spain. But for now, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching my Anthem. If you enjoyed, my thumbs up. And not enjoy, click thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.